Dominic Laney's calling for it at the far post. And Laney tries to flick it on, nods it back into danger. Chris Cox, Quorn can't clear, Opoku taken out, appealing for a penalty. Referee says no. And Quorn will, don't forget the highlights of this evening's fixture will be available from tomorrow morning on YouTube. YouTube.com/Coventry United TV, the place for all of your Coventry United footage this season, commentary, interviews and highlights, of course. Speaking of interviews, we'll be talking to Coventry United manager Terry Anderson after the final whistle today. Here's Jack Jays, covered up by Gorman. Still gets the cross away. Opoku's in there, it's over Opoku. Holt says let that one go. And Jones fires it away. Can't get onto it, but he's fouled in that. Lay up to Sandu. Tripped. Penalty Quorn. A very avoidable penalty given to Quorn. Ben Barnes trying to shepherd that ball out of play. Couldn't do so. Oldham able to keep it in. Square it for Sandu, who was taken out. And just like that, Quorn have a golden opportunity to score an equaliser, which in all fairness they really don't deserve. Tom Theobald on his first team debut for Coventry United could make himself a hero here. He's up against Nathan Dale. The skipper versus the youngster. And Dale sends Theobald the wrong way. Silence around the Butts Park Arena as Coventry United concede an equaliser. Nathan Dale drives it into the bottom corner. Well, United have got to pick themselves up the floor here. Quorn have offered virtually nothing for his entire game. I don't think Theobald's had to make a save so far. And just like that, Quorn have got themselves an equaliser thanks to a penalty kick. And Vance lets one go out for a Quorn throw. Once again, him leaving the ball has not worked out. It was such a shame because Vance was having a great game as well, and he just gifted Quorn the opportunity in the penalty area. Sandu taken out, and the challenge by the United defender. You could see as soon as it was made, contact was going to be made on Sandu. It was just a case of whether the referee thought it was going to be enough to warrant a penalty, and the man in black did indeed give the spot kick, which was well taken by Dale. Nothing Theobald could do about that. To be fair, even if Theobald went the right way, it's doubtful whether he'd be able to keep it out. And that Quorn on the attack, they can sniff the vulnerability in Coventry United. The ball towards Evans, intercepted by Chris Cox and fired clear by the captain. Linley. Now Dale. Glasgow battles for the ball, but it's put down the right. It's that same combination of Valence and Oldham. This time Valence takes no chances and puts it out of play for a throw. Level with the penalty area. He's not going to make that mistake again. Nathan Dale with the throw. Daniel Jones, Dale with him, and he may go for the cross or possibly even a shot. Puts it through. Evans. And he puts it out of play for a corner off Chris Cox, and you can see how United were very tentative there. Didn't want to put in a challenge in case they conceded another penalty. They've got away with it in one sense, as they haven't conceded a goal or a penalty, but they have conceded a corner. They've got to be careful, United. If it ends in a draw tonight, I believe it will go straight to penalties. No extra time, straight to penalties. Corner headed away by Chris Cox. And a free kick against Coventry United as Cox barges straight into Nathan Dale on the edge of the penalty area. Well, things could be about to go from bad to worse for the Red and Greens. Well, we've seen how good Nathan Dale is from 12 yards. Let's see how he does from 20. United putting the wall in the way. Referee blows the whistle. Over to you, Nathan Dale. Strikes it well! Oh, it cannons off the woodwork! It's still not gone! And Evans! And it's a goal for Quorn! And just like that, in 3 second-half minutes, Quorn have turned this game on its head. Ryan Evans blasting it into Theobald, who couldn't keep it out. Wherever the first error didn't cross the line, the second one certainly did. Coventry United 2-1 down. The Quorn number 9 finishing the job that Dale started, and once again it's the skipper Nathan Dale who crafts the opportunity. A ferocious strike onto the crossbar, bounced on the line rather than past it. The scramble in front of goal, United couldn't clear it, and there was Evans on the right hand side to smash it straight into Theobald from that sort of range. David De Gea couldn't keep that out. You can't blame Theobald for that one. What we can do is ask why a needless free kick was given right on United's doorstep. With a massive, massive game on Saturday against Bromsgrove Sporting, questions are going to be asked. United, this is not the United side of the season. Glasgow puts it into the penalty area. Printer with the far post has come off the head of Daniel Jones. Corner kick, Coventry United. Quick corner taken. Cadby puts in the cross. Who's there? And it's headed away by Dale once again. But United will push on. Cadby, good challenge made by Wallace. Throw in to the Red and Greens halfway into Quorn territory. Mosley, downline to Cadby. Wallace dives in, tries to take the ball away, doesn't do so, but the pass to Jack Jays. Jays couldn't control it, but the United have got it back on the left wing with Aaron Opoku, tripped by Wallace. This time the referee gives the free kick. We're about 10 minutes into the second half here on CUTV, live coverage of the Polymac Packaging League Cup fixture between Coventry United and Quorn. It's now Coventry United 1, Quorn 2. If you're just getting back from having a half-time cuppa, you've missed a lot of action. Mosley will take the free kick. Who's there? Towards Dominic Delaney. Crucial header up rather than out though by the Quorn defender. And they still haven't quite cleared their line. Sandu, challenged by Mosley. Jays gets it. Bit of a shirt pull there, but Jays trying to make himself available in a more central position. Overruns it, and United will pick up the ball in the centre circle after the clearance. Valence. Now it's Tony Glasgow. Cox wants it in the area. It's picked up by Jack Jays. Bit of a barge there by Daniel Jones, and Quorn have won themselves a goal kick. The pressure from Jones taking Jack Jays off his game and off the ball crucially. And don't forget, this Saturday, coverage of the FA Vars match at the Victoria Ground, a rivalry renewed as Coventry United take on their former bitter Division 1 competitors in Bromsgrove Sporting. Bromsgrove picked up a 1-0 victory in the Butts Park Arena in the league earlier this season. And of course the previous fixture at the Victoria Ground between Bromsgrove and Coventry was a National League, a Midland League Division 1 record of nearly 1,000 people in terms of attendance. It's since been beaten, of course. Here's Oldham, right on United's doorstep. Plays a 1-2 with Wallace. Downline to Daniel Jones. Whips it in towards Sandu. Headed clear by Chris Cox. Wallace stabs it away from Opoku. It's only as far as Mosley. Now Ben Valence. United got to get moving here. Valence and Opoku taken out. Referee says foul. It's once again it's Wallace who takes out Opoku. In all fairness, the contact seemed minimal. There was contact there. Was it enough to take Opoku out though? I'm not sure. But the ball was gone. I don't think Wallace could have been going for the ball because it was already gone. Prinzel across to his centre-back partner Chris Cox. The decision put Cox at centre-back just hasn't worked. But United had to do something. Cleared by Quorn only as far as Cox again. Theobald. Valence wants it on the left. Cleared by Chapman. Here's Sandu. Downline to Daniel Jones. punts it up line. Met in the air by Oldham. Sandu shrugged to the ground by Rob Prince. The referee says no foul. And United looking to get themselves on the front foot. Here's Dominic Elaney. Into the centre with Nathan Cadby. Valance on the left. Forward to Bobby Mosley. He's got support on the left-hand side, but plays it into a more central location with Aaron Opoku, and that's a very tame effort from Aaron Opoku, who's been a bit goal-shy recently. Well, United seem to have had the stuffing knocked out of them. Still a few players on the bench for United. I don't think Lewis Rankin's going to be one of them because he's put his coat on. In fact, he's taken that coat off, and underneath he's still got his tracksuit on, and he's going to go warm up. So the cavalry is indeed needed. Lewis Rankin is getting ready. As Sandy puts the ball out on this near side for a Coventry United throw in. And the referee's actually giving it against Coventry United. The Rob Prince is barking at the ref. In all fairness, the assistant is right there. He's right next to the incident. And the referee, he's at least 20 yards away. How can he see better than the assistant there? But he finally comes to nothing. Ousts a pass from Mosley. Intended for Aaron Opoku. Here's Daniel Jones. Dasko gets his body in the way and sends it upfield. For Jack Jays to give chase. He's got it in the penalty area on the left-hand side. He's got to try and cut in now. It's Jack Jays, and it's blocked by the back of Chapman. Well, United not giving up the ghost here. Their star man is getting ready to come on from the bench. But getting a goal here will give Lewis Rankin less of a job to do when he comes on. There it goes. Out comes Holt. Gets a good enough punch on it, and it falls to the defender at the far post. It's cleared now for a Coventry United throw around 15 yards inside Quorn territory. Every outfield player in Quorn's half. Elaney gets the ball back, but Quorn able to earn possession. Long ball towards Sandu, out of play. Well, United still do have two substitutes they can use. It'll be either Carl Barnett, Tom James, Ryan McQuanje or Lewis Rankin. It seems almost certain now that Rankin's going to come on. Rankin was believed to be out of the squad this evening simply because of work commitments. We know Mitch Piggin couldn't make it because he was working late. And we were told initially that Rankin would also be unavailable, but a last-minute change of circumstance meant that Rankin could be available for selection on the bench. It will be used now as Dominic Elaney is being hassled and handled by the Quorn defender, and it will be a free kick on the edge of the penalty area for the Red and Greens. It's towards the right-hand corner, actually. That's true of these rugby lines. You can't tell which line's which, unfortunately, sometimes. A real opportunity for Coventry United to get themselves back in this. There goes the free kick. Who wants it? Precisely no one. Prinzel jumps too early. Cox doesn't jump at all. So I've certainly seen better set pieces this season. Plenty of them. The United players trying to rally themselves. They were so disappointed on Saturday evening. Some of the United fans applauded the Red and Greens as they exited the field in Kozel on Saturday evening after that 4-0 defeat. The players simply said, "Don't clap us, we don't deserve it." The performance tonight has been better, but it's still nowhere near the high standards that the fans expect, that we know these players can produce. The management structure's there, the players are there. Probably got one of the best grounds in the league. The backing is all there, the cards are there. But United just don't seem at the moment to have that joker in the pack. As Valance puts it out of play off the leg of Oldham for a throw deep into Red and Green's territory. 25 minutes of play remaining at the Butts Park Arena. It's not a great pass. Dale can't get to the ball before Woodward, but Woodward only finds Gould. Back to Dale on the left-hand side. Gould's with him. Dale tries to find Sandu on the edge of the penalty area. It's met by Rob Prindle with the clearances. Picked up by Wallace. Back into defence now. Chapman's being put under pressure by Aaron Opoku. Spins on the ball and finds Wallace, who flicks it to the right-hand side. Oldham caught from behind by Ben Valance. Free kick Oldham. Oldham, Quorn. A few divisions further below Oldham. Well, technically it was a throw to Oldham, but it's not the Oldham that I was thinking of. Dale slips as he gets the free kick away. And that invites Woodward onto the ball. Here's Dominic Elaney. Pressure from behind by Wallace. Elaney's still going. Referee gives play on. But the ball's gone. And so is the advantage. It was literally a second after the referee dropped his arms. But Elaney's ball into the penalty area. He was still being hounded by the Quorn player. Put into the area under pressure and there was no one there. And the referee saying that the advantage had gone. Sandu takes on the United back line on the left wing, covered up by Chris Cox. He's got Gould further down line. He's also got two options in the penalty area. United hounding Sandu in the corner, and Sandu fouls Chris Cox in the process, and it will be a free kick to Coventry United. So 25 minutes of action still remaining here on CUTV. Live coverage of the Polymac Packaging League Cup match between Coventry United and Quorn. It's Coventry United 1, Quorn 2. But we have seen cup comebacks this season. The games against Stone and Lutterworth come to mind. That was in the FA Vars. We haven't needed a comeback in the League Cup because it's been comfortable wins. Here's Cox in defence. Seems quite uncomfortable there, I have to say. He's been hounded by Sandu. Chris Cox really hasn't looked at home in defence. A lot of fans don't like to see Cox playing in the back line, but there's no other option. Barnett's not fit to play today. And of course, with Jamie Coleman leaving and other defenders simply not fit, United really only had one option, that was to put Chris Cox at centre-back. Sandu again on the left-hand side, dances away from Cadby. The introduction of Lewis Rankin is imminent. He has got his red shirt on, and we'll be seeing him very shortly. Will United be one goal down or two? It's put into the area. Dale strikes one, and it's blocked by the defender. But it's covered to Evans, and over his own goal by Ben Valance. Desperate defending from the red and greens. Well, on paper, you wouldn't have said that this kind of defending would be necessary. United whooped Quorn 6-0 just 2.5 weeks ago. And yes, there have been a few changes being made to this team, only a couple. What's happened to Coventry United over the past couple of weeks? Corner kick for Quorn, try to double their advantage, it's put in. Fairport couldn't clear. There was not a convincing bit of goalkeeping by the M21 goalkeeper. He seemed to push it straight into the upper leg of Chapman, who luckily couldn't do anything with it. Going for a goal kick. United in the attack now. Ball down the left-hand side by Mosley. Jack Jays is not in a million years going to catch that. He's not Usain Bolt. The Red and Green Army backing their boys. With all the support being off. I hate to say it, but today and Saturday, United just have not been good enough. The pressure is starting to mount. Here's Elaney. Oh, tries to turn the defender, Gorman, and then forces down the Quorn midfielder, Nathan Dale. It's just going from bad to worse for Coventry United, it really is, and it looks like Rankin is going to come on now. The referee has he's acknowledged Coventry United's intention to make a substitution now. Is Lewis Rankin coming on? And coming off, I'd say it's probably the right call. Dominic Elaney has looked a little bit frantic over the last 10 minutes or so. So the change confirmed. Dominic Elaney comes off, shakes his head as he comes off, and Lewis Rankin comes on. It is a real shame because Elaney, until the last 10 minutes, has had a pretty good game. Has looked a little bit ragged after the break, as have really the whole Coventry United side. This team has the potential to be something special, but right now they're not playing as if they're anything special. They're losing 2-1 at home to a Quorn side, which you wouldn't expect to give a team like Coventry United any sort of issues. But as we've said many, many times here on CUTV, matches are not won on paper. Holt clears. It's going to be played back to Chapman in defence. Poor pass picked up by Tommy Glasgow. Through rolling for Jack J. Slides in, gets a contact on the ball, but can't divert it towards Bobby Mosley, and Quorn clear. Evans. Picked up by Nathan Cadby, skips away from Oldham, chips it forward to Bobby Mosley, who in all fairness has been missing for the majority of this match. Loses out to Jones. Hooked away by Chapman, net in the air by Evans. But here's Tommy Glasgow for Coventry United, stumbles and finds Nathan Cadby. Trying to find Aaron Opoku. Once again, Opoku's been another player who's been disappointing this evening. Met in the air by Prinzel, but staffed forward by Oldham. Sandy will give chase. Nodded back to the goalkeeper by Chris Cox, and Theopol will do the rest. 20 minutes of action still remaining here on CUTV. Coventry United 1, Quorn 2 in the Polymac Packaging League Cup. From what we understand, we believe it will be penalties if it's a draw after 90 minutes. No extra time, just penalties. It would, however, we had more direction. We have, of course, our club secretary Graham Wood having a well-earned night off, so we'll try and get a confirmation of what will happen if it is indeed a draw. We believe it will be penalties, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Unfortunately, we haven't got the laptop charger, so unfortunately, if it does go to penalties, we may not be able to bring you the full coverage of that. Of course, we have got the camera, so we will be able to show you the video highlights of that, but that's what happens to the commentators under pressure, they forget things. We'll be naming our CUTV player of the match in around 10 minutes' time. Let us know on Twitter who you think it should be, at Cov United TV, or leave a comment in the YouTube comment section below. Of course, don't forget to hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed today's coverage. Leave a comment below with your feedback. Subscribe to CUTV on YouTube for more exclusive content for the Red and Greens, and of course, get us on Twitter at Cov United TV. United battling for the ball in the midfield as Wallace keeps it away from Rankin. Looking for Oldham. Quorn have stepped up their game in this second half. Loft forward towards Sandu. He sees a catch, Chris Cox there, and the referee agrees. Cox staying on his feet, trying to make sure that ball caused United no more issues. Luckily for United, they didn't, because the referee had already blown. So Theopol will take the free kick, and Cox is still recovering from that contact from Sandu. But poor passing from Valance catches Bob Prinzel off guard. And now Quorn back on the attack. Oldham shoved there by Ben Valance. He shields the ball from the number 7. Takes a tumble, but Mosley's there to pick up the pieces. Mosley tries to cut in and find his way into Quorn territory. Here's Aaron Opoku. Takes on Gorman, but once again loses out. Evans tried to cut in, stabbed away by Chris Cox, and now United have got to push forward. They've got a game to fight for here, and Rankin runs straight into Wallace, but Quorn can't do anything with it. Rankin stabs it down the right hand side. Aaron Opoku will give chase, can't keep it in. United have got one more change remaining. They have got another attacking player in there, Ryan McQuanjay, and in my opinion I think it would be best to take off Bobby Mosley and bring on McQuanjay. A bit of fresh pace down that left hand side. But just seem to be lacking that intensity, that desire to get back into this match. There was a brief spurt of pressure for about 2 or 3 minutes after the second goal, but apart from that, United really haven't created anything in this second half. Well, it's back in the hands of Holt. The long ball played forward, and it was nodded on by Jack Jays, but it's never going to cause Quorn any sort of problems. The former Premier League goalkeeper has made some cracking saves, especially in the first half. Has barely been troubled in the second. United just being a bit too lackadaisical here. They're not putting Quorn under pressure as they push forward. Well, that's probably why, because Quorn's long balls are a little bit lax themselves. Cox wins it back, and out with Lewis Rankin down the right hand side. Now United can push on. Here's Tommy Glasgow, caught up by Wallace, but we'll find Cadby, who's on the right-hand side now. Lobs it forward, but lobs it straight into thin air. Well, communication seems to be an issue here. The players don't seem to know what their teammates are doing. Well, it remains at 2-1 to Quorn. United at the moment heading out. This is one of 3 opportunities for silverware United have this season. And this week it could well be cut down to just 1. Because the way they're playing against a strong Bromsgrove side, which we're expecting to see on Saturday, they're really going to struggle. Jace cuts in and it kills into the hands of the Quorn goalkeeper, Holt. And that's the first time the former Leicester goalkeeper has been challenged in this second half. But it was, again, a pretty comfortable save for Holt. All we have to do is just stand on his line and be prepared to catch it. But Leeds United are actually going forward now and trying to get something on goal. And this is just, well, Saturday was embarrassing. That was against a top team. But this is a poor performance against a lowly side who really, in all due respect to Quorn, are probably going to be relegation fodder this season. Opoku gives it away, up line by Jones. Sandu gives chase. Cox tries to shepherd it back to Theopold. Makes the clearance. Mosley, who is back to Jones. Glasgow wants in. You can see the frustration on Glasgow's face. He plays it to Prinzel instead. Prinzel launches it forward. Picked up on the right. So that's a cracking ball from Prinzel. That's more like it. Woodward's cross. And once again, the crossing from Jeff Woodward is poor. And it results in a goal kick. Real head in hands moment for Coventry United. And with just 15 minutes left, the situation is looking very bleak. Barring a miracle comeback. And there is going to be a change. And I think Terry Hansen may have actually heard what we were saying. As Ryan McQuanjay is coming on. But surprisingly, it's Chris Cox coming off. So the skipper makes his way off. Seems to be hobbling a little bit. I hope it's not an injury. It's the last thing United need to lose their captain. So Ben Valence is going to switch to the left side of centre-back alongside Rob Prinzel. And Ryan McQuanjay is going to fit in at left-back. It may actually be a 5 out the back situation as Moses seems to be playing a more central role. So whether he's going for a 5-3-2, something like that, maybe even a 5-2-3. He is indeed. It looks like he is going for a wing-back formation. So McQuanjay's at left wing-back, Cadby at right wing-back. In the centre, you got Woodward, Prinzel and Valence. So it looks like a 5-2-3 for Coventry United, with Jays on the left of the attack, Opoku on the right and Opoku in the centre and Rankin on the right. Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. A great defending by Jones, who has put it out of play for a corner as Jack Jay is trying to make his way in to the penalty area from the left wing. Well, how many chances will United get? They've got less than 15 minutes to find something. They've got to act quick. It's going to be Jace's delivery towards the far post and nodded away by Gorman, but picked up by Jeff Woodward. Down line towards Cadby. He's got Rankin in support, finds Lewis Rankin. We know how creative he can be. Across to the substitute, Ryan McQuanjay. His first meaningful touch on the ball. Sprinting forward, but he's running to 3 Quorn defenders. And he's got no support here. Where are his teammates? He's being forced straight back to where he came from. Rankin puts it forward, but it bounces away from Glasgow, and it's cleared by Jones. Now Sandu. The tables have turned here at the Butts Park Arena. It's Quorn on the attack now. It's 3-on-3 for a brief moment. Sandu tries to cut in. Called up by Ben Valence. Now back to Nathan Dale. Skips past Glasgow. Chit into the area. This to end it. Ryan Evans. And a good save by Theopold. Oldham blocked. It's still alive. Offside flag raised against Nick Gore. But United treading a very, very thin line. forget about equalisers. United are looking not to be completely out of this match. For the vast majority, Quorn have dominated this second half. And Quorn are going to make a change. Hey, hey, look at that. Quorn have got an electronic substitute ball. Where can we get one of them? We need a bit of an inflation in the budget. Quorn pushing forward. Offside against Sandu, and there's going to be a change here for Quorn, and it's a player with a number 15 shirt on. There's no number 15 on the subs board. We've got number 14. Right, it's Josh Crossley. It's Josh Crossley coming on. So Crossley's going to be coming on for, we believe it's going to be Amavir Sandu coming off as United waste another promising opportunity. They've got the ball back. Glasgow, now Aaron Opoku runs straight into Gorman, who's been fantastic in this second half. But Glasgow's got it again. Rankin, back to Glasgow. It's not the best of return balls though. Woodward, Glasgow making the run, but Woodward covered off. Cadby puts it in. Jay's leaving it for Opoku. It would have been a better idea for Jay to go to it as Opoku was covered up by the defender. You can see Luke Morton and Terry Hansen having a heated conversation in the dugout. They're not happy. The fans aren't happy. And I'll be surprised if the players are happy with themselves at the moment. Launch forward towards Sandy. Sandy's clearly offside there. The referee agrees with the assistant. Well, Quorn wanted to make a sub there. The referee not allowing it just yet. Here's Nathan Cadby. It looks like they've United have gone to it looks like a 4-2-4. So they're going all out attack here, Coventry. It's not working at the moment. They're trying to get the ball away in their own backyard. Here's Mosley. Across the field. Long ball into the area. Can Jace keep it in? He will. Jack Jace on another brilliant save by Holt. And a great slide by the defender Chapman to keep it away from Lewis Rankin, who surged into that penalty area hoping to pick up the scraps. But Holt could well be Quorn's saviour here. The saves that he's made may well have gifted Quorn a place in the next round. Great forward from Mosley. Ball on the left hand side. McQuanje's offside. And Holt once again was there to punch the ball away, ending the danger. And there's going to be a change here for Quorn with Josh Crossley coming on. And we believe it is Sandu coming off, so Amavir Sandu will be replaced by Josh Crossley. So the number 10 for Quorn, replaced by the man who's wearing number 15, but we believe it's Josh Crossley. And Sandu's he's got his jumper and he's off down to the touchline into the changing rooms. I can't say I blame him because it's blooming freezing in the Butts Park Arena, one of the coldest nights of the year. And I don't think it's just the weather turning Coventry United fans blue today. Well, a free kick given against Coventry United. Just about level with the Quorn penalty, Quorn dugout, I should say, on the right hand side. Well, we're naming our CUTV player of the match next time the ball goes out of play. We've got less than 10 minutes to go. And there goes the ball from Gorman, cleared by Prinzel. Down to earth by Dale. Across to Jones, covered off by Ryan McQuanje, and he's had it off McQuanje's shoulder for a throw into Quorn. We're going to name our CUTV player of the match today. We're going to give it to the man who really crafted both goals. That's Quorn's number 8, Nathan Dale. Glasgow forward to Aaron Opoku. He slips, but he's able to keep the ball for now. He's taken out by a sliding Lawrence Gorman. Referee doesn't even give the advantage there, but United will continue. Kirby to Lewis Rankin. Options in the area. Rankin drives one low. Well, I say drives. It was a rather tame effort. Whether it was a cross or a shot, I don't know, but it really wasn't great in terms of either a shot or a cross. And look at the frustration of Jeff was sliding in there. He made no contact with the player, I believe was Oldham, but he slid in with his studs up. So if he made any sort of contact with Oldham, I think he may have been taking a trip to A&E. A very dangerous challenge, on, to be fair. I'm surprised that Woodward didn't go into the book for that. So we've got about 5 minutes of normal time to go. The situation is becoming more and more bleak for the Red and Greens. Quorn on the hunt for a third goal. Oldham takes on McQuanjay. Acres of space. Who's marking Jones? The cross charged down by Valent. It looked like it came off Jones last, but it is going to be a Quorn throw. Jones with the throw. Oldham holds off McQuanjay, tries to turn the substitute. Great footwork from Oldham, goes to the ground, referee says no foul. Valence puts his laces through that one. Looking for Jack Jays. Jays brings it down. A poker making the overlap. Rankin on the right. Here is Lewis Rankin. Covered off by several yellow shirts. A yellow brick wall in front of the Quorn defence. That is cleared by the defender. I think that was Chapman who got it away. He was certainly in contention for the man of the match as well. Here's Nathan Cadby. Cross towards Jays. Jays been held up by Chapman, and it was just enough from the skipper as it's gathered by Russell Holt, who has really shown his Premier League pedigree this afternoon. The former West Brom, Leicester and Derby goalkeeper. Hasn't kept the clean sheet, but he's certainly kept Quorn with a chance of winning this thing. Goal kick in the air by Rob Prince of Coventry United. Glasgow leaving it for Cadby. That's the sort of thing that United have been doing today. Quorn clearing it up line and picked up by Jeff Woodward. Chips it forward. Here's Nathan Cadby. Not the best of control. The slide by the Quorn player, and United will get a free kick. Once again, no contact with the ball or the player, but the referee obviously deciding that they constituted aggressive play. Here's Theopold to take it. In all fairness to the young goalkeeper, there's not much he could have done about either one of those goals. A ferocious penalty and a shot from about 5 yards out, which went through Theopold. Here's McQuanjay. But you can see the difference between the Quorn defence and the Coventry United defence. Quorn instantly closed down Coventry United. The Red and Greens give Quorn the freedom of Coventry when they push forward, and a free kick given against Ryan McQuanjay for shoving Oldham to the ground. Well, the pressure is mounting for Coventry United. As we said earlier, the chances for silverware this week could be reduced from 3 to 1. As it stands, United are heading out of the Polymac Packaging League. This is the furthest they've ever gone in this tournament. But it looks like the road stops here. The road to Walsall was just hit a major roadblock. And it looks like United may have to take a rain check on this one. The FA Vase, of course, is still alive, but will it be this time on Saturday afternoon when United travel to Bromsgrove? I'm not being funny, but if United play like this against Bromsgrove, the score could be in the teens. Throw met in the air by Cadby, nodded on by Lewis Rankin, only as far as Dale. Hooks it up towards Evans, beaten in the air by Rob Prinzel, but only as far as Dale again, up rather than forward, but he wins the header. Tries to find Crossley, but it's only as far as Jeff Woodward. Now United on the break. Glasgow forward to Aaron Opoku. Will he strike one? No, he's laid out to Jack Chase. It's dipping. Opoku's there. Nodded on. Caught by Holt. On another day, United score from an opportunity like that. But not today. Holt clears. The United coaching staff asking the referee how long left. From my watch, it's about 2 minutes of normal time, plus added. Mosley to McQuanjay on the left-hand side. They're encased on that left wing, and Quorn can away with the ball, and they just punts it clear. If Quorn keep the ball in that sort of area, they've won this game. Bounces towards Lewis Rankin. Rankin nods it on, can't find Opoku, and volley clear by Gorman. Terrenson asking for movement from his players, and that's one thing we haven't really seen today. Gorman fires it away. Bit of shirt pulling from Gorman on Aaron Opoku. The referee agrees he's given the free kick. This could be United's last chance. They've got, what, a minute of normal time left. I don't know how long the referee's going to add on. But Lewis Rankin, with the weight of the world on his shoulders, he's not going to be hitting the target from here, I don't think. He's going to be looking for one of 6 United options at the far post. Goes for the near post, easily headed away by Wallace. One of the worst free kicks I've seen Rankin take since coming to Coventry United. But Rankin's going back again. Dinks it forward for Cadby, and he's stumbled, he's let that one go. Well, doesn't that just sum up Coventry United's day? Well, first half was adequate. Nothing special, but 1-0, United would have took that going into half-time. The second half, from a nice point of view, it's been atrocious. And it's so frustrating because we know how good this side is. We know what they can do. We've seen it this season. Until the Quorn game, United were indomitable. 3 matches, 13 goals, none conceded. The last 2 games, they're embarrassing against Coastal, and they've gone missing in the second half against Quorn. Well, there it goes from Holt. There can't be long left now. Nodded on, and out for a throw to Coventry United, about 5 yards inside their own half. They've got to get moving. Normal time, according to our watch, is over. Woodward, forward only up to the head of Nick Gould, but it's giving United another throw in. Now they're into Quorn's half. They've got to score now, otherwise it's game over. Rankin spins away from Gould. Is this the moment for Coventry United? Lewis Rankin tries to get the cross away, and he's put it straight into Holt's hands. Holt pushing his players forward. Referee's got the whistle in hand there. Surely can't be long left now. And the Quorn left back just punting it forward, having a bit of an Avit moment there, just firing it straight into the backup car park behind the smaller stand on the far side where our scoreboard is. We are going to need another ball to get what's left of this match going. And I'm sorry to say that I can't see United getting an equaliser from this. I really can't. You can have half an hour left. United still wouldn't look like getting an equaliser. It's been that sort of game. Now Mkwanje racing forward. He's got Valence making the overlap. Now the Valence, but a little bit too late, and United lose out. United just looks so indecisive at the moment, but they have got a throw in. Come on, United, show us what you got. Well, I'm surprised that Theopold's not getting himself in the box with this long throw from Ben Valence. He's come up to the halfway line, throws in towards Opoku, nodded out for a corner. But they're not going to get the chance to take it. One road to potential silverware has vanished in Cup Week. Coventry United are out of the Polymac Packaging League Cup. An adequate first half of football saw them head into half-time 1-0 up. But the Red and Greens went missing in the second half. And thanks in part to Nathan Dale, who scored the penalty to make it 1-1. His free kick cannoned up the crossbar to give Ryan Evans the chance to make it 2. And from that moment, United just didn't look like having any hope of getting level once again. Well, unfortunately, it's not just the cold temperatures that are turning Red and Greens fans blue this evening. A glum atmosphere around the Butts Park Arena, very similar to the one that United felt on the road at Kozel last week. And better is definitely needed as Cup Week continues on Saturday as the Red and Greens travel to Bromsgrove Sporting in the FA Vars. The opportunities for silverware this season could well be down to just one at the end of the weekend. Let's hope that's not the case, but it certainly down to 2. The final score at the Bucks Park Arena in the Polymac Packaging League Cup is Coventry United 1, Quorn 2. Well, thanks for joining us for what has turned out to be another disappointing Coventry United display. The highlights of this game will be available to view if you really want to view them tomorrow morning. I've got to be honest, I'm not looking forward to editing the highlights. I'm really not. The interview with Terry Anderson, which we're about to record, is going to be online tonight, hopefully. That'll be going up before we start editing the highlights, so we'll get that up nice and early for you, so you can hear exactly what Terry has to say. Firstly, on the defeat against Kozel last week, and also about the performance today. We hope you can join us for part 2 of Cup Week on Saturday afternoon. Fingers crossed it's going to be a lot better than the last 7 days we've seen here on CUTV. It's Bromsgrove versus Coventry United in the FA Vars at the Victoria Ground. And of course, we've got live coverage of the FA Women's Cup match between Coventry United ladies and West Ham United. But until then, I've been Liam Cook. Thank you for joining us here on CUTV, and we'll see you next time.